How you doing, rock stars? Okay, I'm really in no mood to play today, but I've got something very important to put out because I just received an email that has set me over the edge. I really need you to listen to what I'm about to say, and then I really want you to pass this video around as far and wide as we can because I'm about to bring down the media. I'm tired of the media lying to us. I'm tired of so-called Fox News spinning the fact that they are fair and balanced, okay? I like them, don't get me wrong, but my goodness, they have become the elitists of the news networks. I have tried for the past 2 years to contact them. I've tried everything from email to regular mail. I have mailed them copies of this book, Secrets Revealed. I went as far as going to the Bill O'Reilly event in Rio Rancho, New Mexico, because I was driving through. And I said, you know what, let me go see what this is all about, because it wasn't sold out there in Rio Rancho. So I even went there with the hopes of maybe running into Mr. O'Reilly and giving him one of my books, the new book, Sharia States of America. This isn't the real copy of it, so that's I got one of those here in a second. But anyway, I thought I was going to run into him, and I didn't. See, that's the real one, see, not shiny. I didn't because the people that were sitting up front, their seats cost $1,000. Now, see, I'm a retired Army guy. I get a disability check of $600. Go figure. Yeah, 20 years of my life being contaminated with sarin gas and falling out of a helicopter, and I'm getting $600 a month for the rest of my life. I guess I should be thankful, and I am. But here's the bottom line. I have been trying to get hold of these people for the past 2 years, steadily, once a month, getting hold of them. I've sent multiple copies of this to Fox because this is a very important book. It talks about some breaking news that's going to occur tomorrow on American Newsroom. What is that breaking news? I'll tell you what it is. First of all, I applaud Judicial Watch. They are an organization that does some great work, some great investigative work. And tomorrow, the CEO, I guess he is, Tom Fitton, will be on American News Watch with McCallum and whatever the dude's name is. And they're going to talk about ISIS operating camps south of El Paso, Texas. I'm breaking out my spectacles, ladies and gentlemen, because tomorrow is April 15th, okay? Tax day for those of you procrastinators. I don't have to worry about it. I don't make that much money. I'm poor. But anyway, here it is, guys. Breaking news. ISIS south of El Paso. Can I read you something on my book that was published a year and a half ago that I sent to Fox News? Free copies even, okay? Listen to this, okay? Matter of fact, we'll go back here to around page 151, 152. Let's go back here. Anyway, in the book it says that Ron immediately took the lead on planning the trek to the border of New Mexico and Mexico. See, we saw that there was a terrorism problem in the United States. Our team dispatched to the different areas of the United States, which I break out in this book. And Ron and I, and you got to read the book to find out who Ron is. He's a really great guy, lives in Pennsylvania now. Ron and I went down to New Mexico. We went to the border, and what we did was we packed lightly and planned to pick up hiking gear down in El Paso. Now see, what's happening is this Judicial Watch report is telling everyone that terrorists are infiltrating the United States in and around Deming, New Mexico, and Columbus, New Mexico. Where is that, you say? Well, gee whiz, Here it is, people. Let's see. I don't think that the manager... We looked at the map and we saw an area. There it is. We looked at the map. The terrain had drastically changed and had become a bit mountainous. I do use big words in this book. Oh, by the way, if any Air Force guys are watching, I'll try to read slower. We were west of Columbus, New Mexico. We looked south and saw nothing but desert and mountains. We walked along the border area looking for nothing in particular, but hoping, blah, blah, blah. Hey, look, Biff, we have company. And here comes the Customs and Border Protection agents. At that point, 2 agents come forward. We talk to them, and the information that they give us is mind-numbing. But before we even went to Columbus, Ohio, or Columbus, New Mexico, we spoke to the sports manager of where we got some of our hiking gear, and he let us know, in no uncertain terms, that they have seen more than Mexicans crossing the border. At which I said, oh yeah, well, Central Americans too. And he says, no, you might want to look at this. And he showed me a passport of a Lebanese citizen. And it was still an active passport. It's all in the book, guys. I'm not pulling any punches. I want you guys to know this. I've been saying it for 2 years now, and the media wants to absolutely ignore it. Because, see, I'm not part of the elitist group, but I don't want to be. I just want you guys to be prepared, especially you people in New Mexico. Holy smokes, that's an avenue of approach that you could drive tanks through. So anyway, in this, I also talked with the Border Patrol agents, and they were telling me that they always see people of Middle Eastern nationalities and Chinese coming across the border. And I'm sitting there saying, wait a minute, all we hear about are the Mexicans crossing the border. Why aren't we hearing about these possible terrorists? Why are we being shut down from that intelligence? Just recently, the news uncovered that Border Patrol agents have been told that all personnel crossing into the United States legally or illegally will be classified as either Mexicans or other than Mexican / Central American. And one of the agents asked, well, what about the Lebanese? What about the guys from Syria? What about... And they said, the administration wants you to report them as either Mexican or other than Mexican. Why? Why? Why can they not report the truth? It's in here, guys. I'm not going to blow smoke anywhere. But tomorrow morning, Judicial Watch is breaking the news that you've got the ISIS camp down there in El Paso. 2 years ago, I told you that there were ISIS terrorism camps in Mexico. I've been warning a good friend of mine who goes back and forth to Mexico. I've been warning them, you got to be careful. You got to be careful. It's going to become an ugly scene down there. I want you to pass this around, rock stars, because we need to stop this nonsense. We need to stop guys, get the books. Get Secrets Revealed. Definitely get Sharia States of America, because if this ends up as correct as it is, when you start seeing that the hub of terrorism is in the Midwest of the United States, in the middle of the United States, heck, it's in Chicago. When you start seeing that and you start realizing that we are being silenced right now under Sharia law, then you're going to see that this book, although part of it is supposed to be fiction, is becoming prophecy. And when you buy the book, try to figure out what this says. Actually, you read it this way, okay? All right? Get your books. Check it out, www.biffsuperspy.net, or just go to Amazon, okay? We need to get this right. And I challenge Fox News right now. Prove me wrong. By the way, I've taken to Twitter on this, @BiffSuperSpy. Bring it, idiots.